our in-house producer. Good evening to you, wherever you are. If you are outside the country in a different time zone, good morning or good afternoon, good day, happy weekend. Thank God it's Friday. Today is Friday, 27th of February 2026, the last very Friday of February 2026. Yeah, call March one or 28, Sunday 29th, Monday your first match. It you see Heritage Month. We promised you along the line, say in the month of March, we shall be you boom compo na yako yechi yako Ghana history files no kakra files. So myself and my good brother CJ Lewis, we are going to keep ourselves busy so that in the month of March, or see it me a year Ghana Hong Kong heritage na year can idea, ewa hemfa, ewa crown kwana say ewa all over the place. We will delve much into Ghana affairs in the coming month. And no, make note of that. Now, end the idea, year round up the week, and some everybody and the crowd and some knows no Bako and the Argentina state of the nation. Your mind no saying a city or mind ben ye can once or Macron Ghana. If free Gokus, a BC Ghana, a BC some 69 years after independence. No, next month in Kenya 69. Exactly what can we show for our state? How is the nation faring in all of that? And no, and I His Excellency the President was in Parliament today, welcomed by both, both sides of the aisle, and of course the Speaker and all his clerks, everybody. In fact, the whole room was packed. Uti out him say yes. Minority for the drama there. I don't know if in 1992, they at least the Caribbean and say all the time minorities are always in for the drama. Today their drama was spot on. Efekeke, all black. Ebi to tune to say, hey, me kwame say parliament say to me to tune to mama and saba akote ho. I first say parliament, you must be former. Okay, say no so a former address in Ebia. Some in their cloth, some in these kaftan and all that. But black, no more sash. I can this sash here. Omo church former gumu and na face almost so kita koko. It kuta womo. Even for the first time, Dr. Randy Abbey, ebe koko because we had a ehunu ebia nkasa se ikitani pada. That's on the lighter side of it. So today, His Excellency the President was in Parliament to update the country about the state of our nation, how we are faring as a country, as economy, as everything. So say Ghana is back. Maybe a Ghana Koya is back. Today we shall do well and then delve into where was Ghana. Na if we have any see her and no yabehwe. But before say be His Excellency State of the Nation address I would also want us to look at some one or two stories here in the course of today, especially news in an answer this week in news. One, the Honorable Finance Minister, Dr. Kessel Ato Forsen, Ziano, allegations in ano sorry, agent so no a dozen, a yard dozen is becoming one too many. And most of them are coming from his own parties. In fact, all this while they say minority for NIA Omo Ebegro, a finance minister, and as a bank for. But this particular one here, it looks as if say a lot of the backlash is coming from his own party people, NDC, some functionaries, some in the media, others, with the party, but they are not in executive position, but they think say they have been with the party for some time. They don't seem to know exactly what Dr. Kessel Atoforsen is doing. Meanwhile, they are also not giving any serious allegation because the can say what the budget can away from. I'm sorry about your budget. I'm hoping we are around the corner, but I'm because of mine. Papa, dear, what buying managers or mine or your modian to be a budget here. No, they call. Others are also complaining genuinely that there are so many other institutions here. My best chef finance ministry here, even though the institution is supposed to be, if you like, semi autonomous on its own. And as at par with all the other ministries. But a great minister say, Ebakuku Zema Yaji Ama a finance minister. Go board for Patom Chese, Omugo no Mutoni and Hon Samuel Sibit Mebusania, she was a finance minister. So it looks as if say Samit and Fian Kojuma Krana, Dr. Kasela to force into Mikojuma. Go board can still continue. Nine see you Ramiano and he's saying. So I was a great minister. So they know what Kafa Koko, and to crown a month to me and 6,500 because the purchasing power, the power to purchase is not in his hands. Left to him alone, probably he could afford say any change I maintain an answer bank of 4,000 cry. But I could do at home and you know finance people. Every time we a finance minister go for kind of one somebody mean something tells me the person is doing something good. So I am beginning to join the chorus in favor of Ato Force and say Ato. So on crop for be complaints on your idea that means a way baby. And I was for me can we justify say I also saw nothing wrong with what Ken Operator was doing as finance minister, despite all the allegations, over 72 of them coming from Attorney General. Say I don't really believe say Ken Operator was as bad as people paint him to be. So I'm say, you know, my exposure in the Fourth Republic, I think Uncle Seth Tepe and Goka Bambia Juan Kamepe. So they will see at finance and economics as no national finance na make a businessman by course of 7,000 you with your companies no. But to manage a national economy such as complex as Ghana's, I think said these three men, Mr. Seth Tepe, and Kenneth Overiata, Kuntunkunuku, yeah, ohene, and afe Ato Force in Swabekao. Whatever you guys were doing, I think you were doing something good. Forget about what anybody will say about you. But Ato has some 3 more years to prove himself and his metal. We wait to see. And I feel so, no, NTABU, say, communications minister. Already I'm in Passament one Ramon Beckham because in Canada, Sam George, Eddie Ababontin said, or Babaye mass registration, SIM registration. Yenina better could delay so, and I can queue no so, they are quite register someone of for. Sam George Neko, Sam George at this Tomon Academy by Emma Ghana card. Sam George, Abra won't know we are no Ghana card no, or Samsung Begina radio so, and everywhere he could get to stand and tell his people, those I don't think he was speaking to NDC. But whoever was listening to him say ka ono ko anka Ghana card no faso ni so ye same registration wo kan do pe bia wo sinyansa bia nim se kodila so say ko same registration ni die minim se be share dem na ayo so no abebe ye fi na be yama ani o or the aba minyin do what minyin tum so bia support. I haven't heard any government official also adding his voice or her voice to what Sam George is saying. Are we going to sit around for Sam George to take us through another he would term it wasteful venture because me who anything so serious with the same registration or CSI tuning nego any for Ubukumbukum na ye kese sika kakra be finance ase ene ne nkrofobia o mode ba no eno antia. Other than that, say the no no say first kra na ni database bia about SIM card everything kra no. He's first it was okay. I don't know why now with all the database we have of people, biometric data, both voter registration and Ghana card, he still wants us to go and do biometric re-registration of the SIM card. We wait to see. And the answer about President State of Nation address, no, my own able Lieutenant and Colonel Cum Admiral C.J. Lewis or Tafri Jacobram Pratt Techi is in the house. CJ, good evening.
Kwasi, good evening. No.
Never I want to say. Sam George is here about mass re-registration. Yes. SIM card re-registration or the biometric account. As if to say all the SIM card registration are biometric. But I remember what the MTN did for me. They took my biodata. And then next year, I was Sam George as I'm doing across the entire country.
Kwasi, Sam George hankasa na ono kwa na ete ne ho ase o. Oya de a oye e please no. So what I say, opo se ohun so oya de oye please no ho. Ogina hwa na ni agye ne ho no ono hankasa o sre. Because I don't get it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, no. Sisi hankasa your short code I will check sisi a. Obo every number linked to your Ghana card. So that exists.
I see.
Yeah. They have the short code. I don't have it in mind, but I don't have it. But there's a short code.
Okay.
Yeah, you can check it. Short code for checking offense. Numbers are linked to your Ghana card.
Okay.
So what does it mean by say the Ghana card? No, it's not linked to your biodata. Ghana card have our biodata. Sorry, the SIM registration.
Yeah.
It's not linked to our biodata. What is it talking about?
Me too. I don't get
it. If you check that code right now, you will see say every SIM card registered to your Ghana card. I have checked it, but I don't have, like I'm saying, I will say we can find out from producer. But a producer, the friend said the short code for checking Ghana card SIM. I friend say register to your Ghana card and see They demonstrate to us the front two screen. So every same idea to Ghana card, so no, we check here, you see it. So I don't know what he meant by say near registration, you know, the how do you call it? They didn't link our bio data to the SIM card. If that is the case, how come when you check, you are able to see every card, every SIM linked to your Ghana card?
I don't get it.
So I don't get it.
The code is here. I think if we can write it on the screen for our viewers who may not have it, the code to check your Ghana card, check SIMs linked to your Ghana card. *402*1#.
Correct.
*402*1#.
Good.
You should have this in your phone book. Please continue.
Good. So we'll check here. Your SIM cards your Ghana card so 15 be list okay.
I see.
So and then you say fortunately Ghana card so there's no 2 years about it say your bio data. Because right now so DVL so any activity at the DVL and one said they will give you an invoice renew Ghana passport car registration road wealth. They will just give you an invoice say verify with your Ghana card. Download DVL app now. You Ghana card friend say numbers this year it will come with your pictures or your picture or Ghana card now that's no everything will pop up and then you confirm. So we cannot in any doubts say Ghana card away data. And then there's a short code also to check if indeed this your numbers is linked to your Ghana card. Fortunately, you see it when you check. So I don't understand what it means or meant by say during that registration, they didn't link our bio data. It's just a means of say to frustrate Ghanaians or maybe I don't know.
Could it be said Julie? Muka say Julie. I don't know. MTN for the Aquarian season no man pick and store.
And I am telling you, Kwasi. Say right now, no. Say MTN for and store. Check the code on your phone. Just check it. It will pop up with all numbers linked up. So if they didn't check, how come they were able to link it? Obi no ha code no, but code no be anko check. Obi o he say
Ghana card no number na ni me phone.
Yeah. Obi o be anko check say almost as short code no more the Ghana card number so. Ebe yaba. So I don't get it.
It me bank one the admin say obi do it and
it's captured. Yes. My aba obi answer o he be that's one so checking every. So that it be doubt. So it's much ado about nothing. It's like medical culture says some George person who so ye duma. Practically no krobia ni so a o kwasani mobile o send it for friends say wire transfer transaction be you are charged every peso that you are sending.
And you
I said it yesterday and I will reiterate it today. So me 10,000 cedis me am see car on my phone so and you can say your friend monetary and I say by friends say transaction and I say by practical friends say world acceptable charges no would every coin every person from the transaction I'm making. Then you how baby after the money I'm not borrowing the money from MTN.
It's my own money.
It's my own money. So MTN can only say monthly I do maybe a 10 cedi for service na render amount. But oko vendor hona oko withdraw there because the vendor has to be paid. Then that one you pay charges.
But if you
and sika on my phone so I may transfer multiple people. Then you say obia aba me chen wa transfer me yate no. Me so me transfer mo obi ate me. For what?
Well, you hold on. Let me read through what was published in the name of this nationwide SIM re-registration. That is today, February 27, 2026. Government announces nationwide SIM re-registration. The story is available on GH page about some
reason
8 hours ago. That's what I'm trying to get.
Okay, find out. Let's see his reason.
Let's see. The government of Ghana has reportedly announced a nationwide SIM re-registration. During a keynote address at the 2026 Data Protection Commission conference, the Minister for Communication, Innovations, and Digital Technology, Samuel Nate George, made the announcement. According to him, the failure in the last SIM card registration has left us with a difficult but necessary decision. After extensive cabinet deliberation, we are announcing the beginning of the process for a new SIM card registration exercise across the country. Sam George believes that this exercise will be the first in our history to have live verification against the NIA's database and provide biometric verification for every registration. Let me state this upfront. The upcoming SIM card registration exercise will prioritize customers' comfort. We are putting in place measures working with the Chamber of Telecoms to avoid long queues, including self-service portals and a seamless process for completing the registration. The minister noted that you won't have the queues, you won't have the deadlines that were unreachable in the experience. We are going to make sure that the citizen is placed at the front of this registration, concluding that the regulator, which is the NCA, is engaging stakeholders on the rollout. The Data Protection Commission must be central to ensuring that even as biometric data is collected and processed, it is done with the principal consideration of protecting the customer. Trust must be elevated above all other considerations. See, I tell me,
you see, into reasons on the one or say almost a live verification, right?
That's about live.
That's what can be sound.
It's one I don't say so.
It's not even good. No, what he want to do in say, somewhere done offline, and then later they sit down and then they make sure say they reconcile, make sure say you are dealing with the same person.
Yeah.
Because your crewman and a voter registration.
Yeah.
We attempted to do live verification.
Yeah.
You know the chaos that happened.
Yeah.
They have to revert and go back to offline.
Yeah.
And then go and queue.
Because you know
Ghana card a main source of identification. Now they call we friends say I come back to it. About higher percentage of it was done offline.
Yeah.
Because the remotest areas of Ghana, they didn't have network.
No.
So it could have taken years and they could have done Ghana card. Until rather they decided, say, okay, it makes sense. Let's do the offline and then let's go and do it later. People try to expand the process by multiple registration. But when they queue in and as soon as the data comes online, you'll be friends are blacklisted.
Yeah.
Any reason I'm for people say me card and man say most of them did multiple registration. So as soon as the system recognizes we've done multiple registration, now blacklisted.
Yeah.
So what I say? And see, what does it mean again? By live registration.
I'm just saying the machine.
Person ye adwuma, Sam George person ye adwuma, and American. Ome ye hu say, we are se ben na sika beda wo phone so. We sika. Now we transfer. Person be transfer bi an. E wo say network provider and it. What the bank example?
Yeah.
Okay. Who save your bank?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, no. Who your transaction? How quiet?
Transaction.
Apart from service, over so you check. Are you? Did they charge you per the amount on the check you are going to withdraw?
I mean, you ATM, they charge me on.
No, it's at the end of the month. Then they charge you at the end of the month. That's how it works.
I see.
ATM.
I mean, head and head.
My transaction about greater part of the transaction I use ATM.
Yeah.
Go walking to bank and then
yeah.
So what I say?
Yeah.
ATM no. At the end of the month no, I can make. It depends on what I have.
So
if I have billions of Ghana cedis,
you can make all manner of withdrawals.
Yes, if you have gold card, it's around I think say 10 cedis or 40 cedis. If you use normal Visa card, it's 10 cedis
a month.
Yes, per month.
But it used to be on the spot. As in when you put
No. The only way the ATM be charge you on the spot is when you go on a different bank.
Okay.
Assuming Fidelity,
yeah.
And then you go and use EcoBank friend say ATM.
Okay.
Then you'll be charged. I think it's 1%, which is even also lower than what MTN is charging.
Yeah, I agree.
You see,
yeah.
This I will champion this. Maybe people meaningful.
No, it's a good cause, man. It's a good cause.
Yeah, it's painful because on daily basis, no, where amount MTN bet free me for no work done, all because you're using their service, and we know for service charge monthly. Unless I'm crossing to Telecel, I'm crossing to Airtel, but I'm using the same MTN. Now I'm call vendor which the vendor has to be paid. That one I agree. If I walk into a vendor and the vendor is doing withdrawal for me, then you have to charge something because MTN will have to give the vendor a commission.
Yeah.
Even that, compared to what the bank do, and charge, but we can compromise on that. But to say the little I have, every person will be a message, every person will bet me, and then you Sam George, what about power? You're looking at this. You are not even for the. I don't want to use this.
We raising with concern with that.
When he was in opposition,
he was raising them.
Yes, said it will be flat offense charge. Until Telecel class starts, I don't know. Telecel does that. It's flat charge. At the end of the month, they charge you something small.
You have to
because it's a service that we provide.
It's a good cost.
So what I say, amounts now, me use the amounts now, me what beyond what I have. Then you can charge me for what you have loaned me.
All right.
Yeah.
This is also my concern. Maybe the traditional problem at DSTV. No, me, I had no qualms paying the 300 plus that I paid for compact. If I had to upgrade to say compact plus, let's say me try 400. I first say TV na ngasa me tifia here because I get up, you know how, when I get up, and then how much or free fee. We go fee, say me nyame go fee. After so be do fee no ka no. Is what try say TV no ga to me news no. Now when you come now order. It you know I'll remain at compact. This was my concern to Esla then and now Sam George. And ye born na ye tua na edin o. E way now mo fa so e billion no. Because they say the 300 plus is for the 30 days. My friend, 30 days, that's 24 hours times 30. Yes, sir. Nobody watches TV 24 hours a day. Nobody. Whoever you are, you may have to sleep at some point, get up and go do something at some point. You can't do all the things, or every time now with the TV when I work here, simply because you are barely, you know, so
yes.
There be. It is all Jimmy 300. Say me no 30 days, 24 hours a day, 30 days into what Jimmy. What's it me?
Correct.
I was on the view say some George is such on concert in Monte Board, so I bring you what you man dear. Mom introduce some new billing system where it will be number of thank you, pay as you watch or pay as you view, number of hours you watch, you know, and this utria. So even if I should buy the same 30-day package of, let's say if it's 300, 300 no, don't bill me by the number of hours in a day. Say 1 day swan, 1 day asun. Man, bill me 30 days. Bill me in hours and let me pay as and when I am watching it. And if I have say 100 hours, I'm at 300 cities for it. That 100 hours must not expire until I have watched and finished it. That was also my concern. Say, any member consumer no, and will say, okay, so if I want say 500 package so that I can watch more complex or blockbuster movies, that is up to me. But maybe 300 na matona, or 72 hours as 100 hours no. Kakrebi I bet you my baby out in my memory. But me where I meant me. Because a bad weather bar against me. You should talk now one casa network no a block signal and dropping and bar against me. Say me a problem the TV say against me. Say I mean why? See me too quiet na me if you are. Me to me for DSTV no for when see me came for empanant baby I make go be as me kwa me friend no. So I must not pay for the 13 days as and when whether I watch it or I don't watch it no. That is my concern about the billing. Nina Eka Sam George and Tiba Kukra. Say all the same registration number. Me name do for our viewers who are watching us on TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook, please, if you have some, education to give on this in favor of what is about to happen from the communication ministry.
Yeah.
By all means,
because you can't arrogance of power. And a man for Kase or Nanabi lens or Beshe and I quite about first or Betty. That's also part of it.
Yeah.
By arrogance of power, and they say deliberately, why is all frustrated the citizens in real Mutu Abama unti or Mwasem. So what I say, like President Mahama, first when he was saying say Ethiopia. Yeah. That is part of arrogance. I know Krano Senipa Abufo said now. Udimina betcha arrogance of power.
Yeah.
When you are or say some George, it will convince the cabinet and cabinet also heed to it. Say,
do you believe there on the coverage here?
That's what the communication is.
I don't believe that.
Oh, you remember some Muhammad said, before I will make any pronounced public EBR, bring it to cabinet, let cabinet discuss it, approve it before you bring it up. So I doubt if indeed Sam George haven't taken this to cabinet and Sanawabeka. I think so he wouldn't do that. But I doubt. I'm wondering why he was able to convince cabinet and cabinet also accepted. Say, "Pampa, IOQS registration for what? What's my okay? Makes sense. Like which is like a pay-per-view, and I think so practically, meeting though it's going to be expensive to do this.
Is it to the multi-choice?
To the multi-choice because almost said need a system. Because most of Amazon Prime, Halulu. Joy, a friend say AMC, Netflix and all that. They don't have usually it's monthly. That's what I say. So we said need a system, a monitor pay-per-view, unless say ABI in terms of when they're about to have boxing match and all that.
Apart from boxing, I mean, who may be a pay-per-view?
Yeah, that they do. And it's going to be something expensive on the side of the network provider. Now they have to develop the system from scratch to make sure they'll be able to implement it. That's going to be expensive on us. Only said maybe people don't want to incur unnecessary.
And say, oh, minister now, what you say, uncle for private business, no, or more, was it they are short changing the citizens. They are cheating the citizens.
The term short change.
What not I use super.
Yeah. Short change. I don't put them up.
Thank you. So if you don't want those companies to shortchange your citizens, your cherished citizens, the good people of Ghana, also do this, we won't sit down for this thing to happen to the good people of Ghana. Then find ways, introduce some systems where these institutions can depend on to give your beloved Ghanaians that pay-per-view kind of billing system. Other than that, this whole hula baloo, that's why it didn't end anywhere. Because where's the one matter so next block or more 40 days or deadline, the charges are still the same.
And the way I demean is send a wrong signal to the international friends and community about investing in Ghana. So you may sure Motiano. Or don't someone else say a board in Semra and a board in Tumbregu. He was the reason why President Mahama made that pronouncement. Say they should no one in his administration should make any pronouncement unless Oma discuss what happened. I'm telling you that. No, or if you want to understand anybody about the term a short changer, then you should talk to MTN. MTN is short changing the citizen. So what I say, be sick at my phone. So every person we are messaging, I just say MTN to me. Are they?
That's unfair. That's unfair.
Very, very much unfair.
All right. Can we move to another topic?
Sure.
Why do you think people think say auto forcing is maybe forcing too much? This time, not just forcing say economy, but forcing say or block for chance. Okay, some of the undertone complaints people gave about Ken Oforiatta, it looks to me say Nubina has started a developing upon Dr. Kessel auto forcing. Are they justified to even assume say as a atwaji adwumane nyina aboso agis kare nyina ata na nia say all the juicy deals have to end with him, and I say probably he's doing his work right, and so he should continue and the rest will shut up?
I think say yes mubu baby say okona nsuo si eja ato yonko abogise mu a na wase nsuo si wudi ho ehun say necro man modified ebe ne say for wabogise ne yede
enum
indeed right from opini 2016 election no na obusia no ma bebre say baby esikafa bebre ana baby is most likely to lead you to a scandal, no? My oversight of the finance minister. I think that law actually was enacted by MPP during the MPP era.
I see.
So yeah, I believe I think I stand to be corrected, but I think that law was actually enacted during the MPP era because I would say the work of Cocoa Board is huge. Now their finances is really huge and implicate the nation so much. We say a bit to opposition.
Yeah.
So here Cocoa artists here, you see the impactor, the way you see draw NDC back in terms of what their friends say their goodwill. So same way gold board. So here the quantum of money involved with gold board, the amount daily transaction. So what I say, also during the IMF friends review, last review of mobile, they actually indicated say a lot of things that as a friends finance minister should take oversight and then transfer a lot of costs from the Bank of Ghana to the friends gold board. You understand that?
Yeah.
And to me, no problem with finance minister doing that. Actually, I don't have any problem.
Yeah.
But as you said, no, finance ministers now we do no. Finance minister you do be and the pest what me to.
Me say fuel no.
So as I say, quite from crop befa.
Would you asama say kwaje? On gas one van man.
Finance minister, I'm so yeah do ma when you dim born apart from banredu.
Yeah.
People will may say ebi on so free bonitia. Ebi a latter part not ya so ye no duma because we dim born it sir. Banredu and but we set. You set.
Yeah. And this volcano when say maybe
yes.
Meanwhile he was doing the right thing.
Partyful.
Yeah.
Also must start with auto forcing very early. So that's it means he's doing something better. So yeah, they know wa uncle for cry yes or because makwen in top on.
Oh now be mu so obi aba
lending train of friend say PH. Hey. So I don't have any qualms or any issue with auto forcing honorable auto forcing say finance minister friend say cocoa board or gold board under his friend say ministry. It's okay so that he can oversight. But the defense in one as no when I work in there, I think say it shouldn't be something. No. The defense ministry, Bahamas should appoint a substantive defense minister right away. Can I endorse over now? We are almost 40 million. If we want to really do proper friend say census, it will be over 40 million. And you can't get anybody to as a substantive minister or be acting as defense minister. I doubt if Mahama is trying to tell this to Ghanaians. And you all appointed defense minister, and then the rest of the two, which is cocoa board and then gold board. So you can be on a board.
A board.
Cocoa board, gold board.
Yeah.
I have to force in the
Onyene Juma.
Yeah.
I can continue. You can continue to force. So obey Juma manko for the come madrin party at me say Juma no said you say no ena no. So far, Minyan who scandal by him. Finance minister there. Adia ba kwa all the tunoswa. No me no yenny watching you be demonstration. O corner na jokra me kwa kuja on so diska. Because the finance for US Canada and then koya na buy. But say Juma no the budget kwa am farm and say for that time managing the ama MPP for be so and no problem. I hope say Aton will find ways to reach out to those who disagree with him from his own party and then do something about it. All right, now we can move on to some other topics. CG, let me pick this one from you. Say, Nazen Parliament per se, the opposition side, no, we upon Kroma, the way I was stepping up in the game as opposition MP. I think he's performing better in his years as opposition MP than when his party was in government. And Abayaba Kubinso, in fact, a lady, let me say a lady, Dr. Ikuya Amwako, and also a communicator from a Baomias camp. But there may pass a machine. Wafe, Womo party for penning for now, Mujina Mia Trababa Womo, elected executives of MPP right now. One a year Jumapa, national executives are making. Kasamu, or the represented party, especially media banter.
Off my head, the general secretary is one person. It's one general secretary and then who? I think so.
No. So far, thank you. Omojabo, general secretary in Guangzhou. And then, Uko Parliament, 86 as 84 MPs, MPP for Nyaya. Upon Kroma has been very outspoken. Yes. My own MP has been speaking. The rest have been.
Upon Kroma,
Vincent after four has been speaking.
How do you call it?
Gideon. So, Gideon Boako. Thank you. Osahene, the I want to make Ganakasi. Oh, no. But why? How come say? Baumiana Crawford no hampeki womu. I don't know where you got them from because America Baumian can maintain it in Canada. Any Dr. Kwama Kuya Mokas Omuya for on behalf of Baumia. Where do you Miracle? A C form from TV studios, atam camera and a microphone, Namku Fumo Safi. Abaya is better radio. And there's another gentleman, Senor Amegashi. I may have the other name right. I'm very Mayor Senor. Honestly, is a very astute speaker for the MPP. Now, looking at or more reorganization about the national elections or more proper, would you say party executives in compared to what is happening for 1 year since their loss? No, Papa, the woman was at us.
The party executive position.
Miracle in your party executive. Dr. Kwama party executive. A queer man knows why. A contested identity. But I say, oh, friend. Oh no, only party executive. Yeah. One more ahead the GNIC and Tom Swaba, national organizer, national communication officer, national deputy secretary.
Some say more me person to us 1 JFK or
yeah, just from
could JFK Abronye. But Abronye na cause I wouldn't want to be call region
national.
Yeah. Abronye call Buna Emboa party. Because one, once a Bruno Hono play dynamics of politics. You know that sometimes we don't want to discuss, we don't want to believe it, but dynamism be about I don't want to bring it in, but a very change topic. For that reason, Abronye should step aside from Bono. But Umbra National.
Okay.
So Abronye is working. So Umbra National. JFK is working. Who again? From where I sit, off my head, no. I think say those two I can
Papa
say.
will come who will be
I can say so Montuaso.
Yeah.
But if you have anybody, the names probably Ekasa and the names will come up. But off my head, and these are the
Set
two.
me Anna, executives no. Debbie, apart from GFK.
Yeah.
Will be anywhere. And Abronya so glad me didn't say Sabronya and Miracle boy, young Munu, Cracker, party, national executives, and the party can be.
But I did be having say Abronya be sample go back to Bono. No, Embwa. It's not going to help NPP party. Not necessarily say Abronya ni me owe you, ni me owe. But some dynamism be play what ho. So that's
you don't want to talk about
that.
I don't also want to force you to talk about it. So you can end it there. Maybe someday Ubetumi Akamu will be actually.
Oh, it's nothing much. I say the feud about I don't say play role in MPP losing a lot of seats in Bono. The feud about Sante and Bono, which never existed, but for some reason it's boiling now. So they say Abronya seems to not tilted towards Obi or Honma or your important figure over there. No one in the crowd will issue, and then he has to your friend to come and what I say.
Yeah.
That alone, no, and got or more.
Yeah. It will lead campaign be
him for power. You understand that? Until only the campaign or Honma, it's not helping the party. There are places Abronya cannot go.
Yeah.
When he's in Bono, there are places he cannot go. And there are certain things he will not hear because of ABR. Where he belongs, I believe say human they were
okay.
Bronya human now refined the power. Looking at where he started and now he's somebody who has really refined.
Yeah.
And I believe say more he should come to national and leave Bono and then
What follow NDC campaign on we know Ayawasu?
Not really, but
snap it
to be intended bombing. I mean, said
I
heard him making pronouncement about history. Say history now, no the history. There be a history for about. So he should be careful. So they say. Then President Kufuor Kojina, a friend say, for me na kase won't mean a nye juma.
And just say man Kufuor in opposition in parliament.
Yeah. And a chairman should listen. Should know say for politics, the everyday history making home. So for the first time, a friend say Ayawasu could have independent MP.
Well, but that is what no one is saying to me. And I think I can cut some slack until it happens otherwise. But we heard the campaign now. One name Baba Jaman a fro open top no cars ne from open top no mujina pampema or wave to the people. Chama SSC from
I was him say Chidisu lawyer Kwasi Botwi enso boy adwuma.
Yeah, some young, astute young man. No, because he was so about me as spokesperson.
What is his position in the party?
He has no position in the party.
Yeah, I don't know. So we are talking about party elected party officials. That's what we're talking about right now.
Exactly. Now, saying that yeah, about team fanfare came with the end of the new no. Or sans on Baba C form, a rural and potemu if you feel we need to form crowd on friend branch. The MP for Pillion Station executives now I don't know. Almost some branch, maybe almost so. Yeah. Only then I be okay. Of course, base you to say, I knew we base a basic great base. And only boys we now on that. Said Nima boys, it's in a pigeon. And
because most savage. I can't be said, do we are now they're tagging your page. A politician,
organizers will see for a baby. I bet you we base work and one boys or no more can say,
if you want to be seen to be working instead of working, these are the things that you do.
Oh, really?
For the optics. But these people, no matter what you give them during the election day, they will not go and vote.
Thank you.
They don't even have the time.
Thank you. Oh, but there's some subplot to be emerging from that place. As for whatever reason, some Ayawaso and Nima residents, I don't want to say NDC for. But the minimum of phobia could be against NDC for say abandon a course on as usual. They are not 3 MPP for delegates. Maybe the general party is when we say, and as a more common primary, we want a more TV, women are more way, and you know. I hear some, and they won't even cry away as I have also seen some of them who are also saying, say, no cry now, Mohammed Neshe, say, the Nima residents, for sugar reasons, they will vote for the MPP. So the MPP is counting on that, which is not a very good hope. And also, yes, ababeko no. Any other matter
Oh,
so that we can
for now, let's do the friends
presidential
Sona.
state of the nation
Yeah,
address.
let's do the Sona.
Very well. Now I have about 24 slides
Yeah.
coming from the speeches that were given. In fact, the speech that were given by His Excellency our President John Dramani Mahama in the Parliament House today. Now, me said any other biya me pekino, but let me take you through some of them. Na kai ne hu de okakai ne bi. CJ Wahide onyada GT like many of us, and he will help us to understand some of the things. The big two technical ones, you give us some time. Hopefully next week going as part of our Ghana Man series, we shall also be looking at the state of the nation. After all, it's the same nation we are talking about. Now, on Ora, to the President Kanye, I may be as impatient as everyone else to see justice done, but painstaking investigations must be conducted. Dockets must be prepared, charges must be filed, and the accused must have their day in court, including appealing even on the smallest point of law to higher courts to protect us all against abuse.
Politicians.
Black
Rasta also politicians.
Politicians.
This is a friend said
continue.
Real classical case of politicians.
Yeah.
He's preparing his for supporters mindset. Say na you can't do no opposition in
say by we go for them. That's how you took it.
That's how I see it. Nti ye wo hada da nyina me kra me wa ha meti he.
Yeah.
Menim say before wo de obi be ko gina court no.
Yeah.
I also prepare docket.
Yeah.
Wo man arrest.
I know.
Wo charge no.
Yeah.
Now wo docket now de go court. And anya sa na system.
That's
Once I kwachi obi na de na konsa wo. It's what is he trying?
I know it's the PNDC for tribunal na yes animal.
Yeah, politicians.
Yeah.
Let me borrow black races.
You just say ora no de yamutu.
Atonsu. Atonsu.
Unfortunately, I agree with CJ. Oraro, Kusiaga, and then it's not. Where the Omampany can will be anywhere, you know. Because Omu needs to.
Oh, say, sorry. Or to call a woman no good. So what as a man,
yeah.
A binio,
yeah.
What say, Medo, Juma Shawns,
yeah.
A Juma of the Shawns, me buy a wood disca. Dear SMO.
Mama Samacho.
Mitchell.
That's all money.
Let me give me sick no back.
So, Chomana just kind of make your mind.
Also be a discount.
Also, what's
wrong?
And now, yes, you can want it as well.
What I say, would you be a case of young psyche your supporters to understand, say, hey, yes, I'll chew be a Nina Miss me, I'm a tear, you cramp a minimum. Minim say, oh, to me, for being free in the fee, and an office, and for no to and to palo and to keep.
So now, when Ora was making all the noise, look at what the president is saying. Look at the keywords here: painstaking investigations. That's number one. Docket 2, charges 3, filing and accusing, and then appearing in court 3, 4, possibility of appeal to in higher courts, which is 5, and what protection against abuse for all people. 5 reasons here, dear me. Where was Ora's people, the people that made up Ora? No matter or man who was say, say, nipa no nyanya painstaking investigation. What was a Kwasi Mensah ya say, Ufri galamsi for home ban go and galamsi for so no, or no woman is going to be didn't know, or buy a betch no. What I say, because you didn't hear that you are on Yaka to be as if you came, dear, see a channel. Now, what the Mabijina radio, so the Mabijina TV, so Gumanima Siafe. I'm Uncle for crab if you ever do Mary. Jina, dear, just so me and Chimiswa. After Nabezo, and a dear, a painstaking investigation. So there were no investigation when you started accusing people left, right, center. Mr. President, please. Okay, now, may I say, but Kwasi Energy Ministry to supply 12,000 new smart net meters from the end of the first quarter of 2026. Are we going to see the end of this? So, is this meter be about? Oh, just say, what they talk credit no? What how the card no? Unya vengure mukra na so unya moko nukra na credit no our card no so. Is those meters no pass or craft for 12,000 pieces here by na 12,000 no my over 40 million there. 12,000 by there. But let's say 12,000 no, are they going to replace those? Because right now, what the mami musa we cry. So easy for problem here because right now, yeah. Or what to me finger where the problem is coming from.
Because
Yeah.
now we just will be on tell you and I won't blow. Hey, simple. ECG light bill. Yeah, to almost 30+%.
And no.
That is entirely the case. Meters in the neighbor.
But almost 200 cities 1 week granasane.
That is the case. Meter no. It was installed sometime. They started those smart installation right after COVID, 2022 thereabout.
All right.
Well, I didn't think another people were not complaining.
But there were no increase in charges.
There were no increase in charges.
I agree.
And just at now, no, yeah, within the scope of under 1 year. So imagine for 30%, so now we're 200 cities, 30% of 100 cities, I say. So now we're 500 cities, it's huge. So that's it. And to work as a the smart meters, I don't get it. Smart meters now, some your friend say, TV so coca say, a chronometer, na Habtel no, we talk lights na, a coba your campaign no. Yes, smart meter na be no.
Or maybe I give it you know.
Right now, no, did I make us say, NDC have no moral rights on Kwakochi will be say, or can't say be because of misinformation. Can you imagine, say, Minam Koka say, smart meter, your modi baby, a friend is a funding Muhammad next campaign, and I said the next,
yeah,
but he sat on national TV and said, say, that that meter was chronometer.
Yeah.
2, the app was for Baumia.
Yeah.
And also so I could find it. It's almost smart meter number band and chronometer. In fact, meter was system is a recalibration as well. Indeed, they are smart meter. So if so almost say senior charges in the control, then we meter and upon Kwabodama. You just bring your technician, they just almost cut bear tribute, almost close and open. They can recalibrate it.
Okay.
It's easy to be done.
I see.
But it's not the fault of the meter. I tell you, it's just simple. For a tariffs echo up. Nothing more, nothing less.
Now tariffs go up 30%. Yeah. Why would people are more complaining? Minimum so crano say Ibia or you halfway be and now some needs be anyone they complain because the politicians yes on their political animals. They will never see anything good in the government. This is Oliver Bakaboma. When I heard a chance on the story, is it this week or I think this week, I was like, hey, Bakaboma was what top credits 2,000. Need the nitra 1 month, 1 week or so. But these days, no, say 2,000, you mean the nitra 20 days to cry. My first question was, and as I said, maybe a Chinese who need diagram or on your address. They are never going to now, and then the man named Guma. Electricity going 2,000. Rent to grab I don't know whether he built one or he bought one. He is an enterprising young man, no doubt. So I can't challenge exactly how he makes his money. But what I'm trying to say is that Franklin Kujo is also complaining bitterly. It's not just about the 30%. To them, say now me 200 cities. Near say 30% here. My tableau should be 130. It should cover me for the month. But this time, no. 130 no. It mean for 10 days you cry. Bro, how do you 10% tariff?
Then I think maybe the increment is
beyond
more than 30%. That should be it. But me testing there's nothing wrong with the meter.
Very well.
If indeed there's something wrong with it, it was bought with the state money. We don't have to throw them away. They are electrical gadgets.
Yeah.
You can easily recalibrate them. Easily. And you do my heading. So that's when just rocket science. We have enough engineers in town. You engage them and they'll be able to recalibrate the meters and then things will be better.
Well, when I was asked this morning by Ofakofi Apia on Kesmi Machi program, he asked me what do I expect to hear from the president. I said I want to hear him, appeal to the conscience of the people of this country so that we can change our attitude for the better. Look at what he's telling us here. I appeal to our gallant health workers to accept postings to our undeserved areas. See it as a national court duty while we work to ensure that they have an enabling environment to do their work. I think this call, I'll also join the president. If you are trained doctor or public health officer, clinician, dentist, ENT, what is it? Anything health, they do call less endowed areas. Say, corner coach, yeah, you know, Jakaram, Abusha, in him say, oh, we medical school, Gaudia, Gafata Tema, any other. And so, Sabi Netaman, any power, or the Amintio Mampanina, Yankobi. Na me any
because ye tie man panyin de o say tie ase ne say almost ankrofo na omo ka no omo ma no mu ni Ghana ha o
doctor no
many
Ọmọpanyin
appeal na
na
omo
na
panyin ye
wakasa
the
no.
politician no the entire ya na those people no omo pese omo behu o say first na a friend say patriotism na wo ho pa o and the patriotism no is dying out basically because of over the years the politicians no
Omo privilege na too much.
what I say omo Mekai, was it last month or so? There was feasibility studies for a certain road in Accra. The cost alone was $12 million. Just feasibility studies for a road.
Dollars.
$12 million for I think say an interchange in one of the Accra principal areas.
Say omo ye we be cost you
highways $12 million just to study say if it's feasible. So make my road. I'll find out on that road.
Wow.
And let you know. Yes.
I said the MP for the Google Polo Dami.
They
quoted about $30 million. Meanwhile,
there was nothing there. Again, now obi come medical school. No akoye fee paying. Because they expanded the facilities in the universities. Into slot kakra no.
All manner of people want to come in.
So because of that, the university is also forced to do fee paying so that they have enough of funds to run other activities on other sectors in the universities. Now you have to do fee paying for close to 7 years. We are also in less endowed area. How do I pay back the loans? How do I pay back the loans that my parents took?
Thank you. Cost I mean, 12,000 semester no.
Yes.
Maybe got na
guys. 12,000 is just the tips of the iceberg. The books that you buy. Yeah. So what I say. The data that you buy. Yeah. The cost involved in still study medicine for that 6 years. Yeah. Now the what I say. That 6 years or 7 years no loan our parents kwa you can over to you. Younger siblings who parents they are for you. Yeah. Because who you discarding in your parent might not want anything from you. Now this is what most of parents they do. They will survive on their own. But the rest of your siblings are on you to take care of them. So how do you help your siblings? So you are forced to stay in the city where you get a lot of local. It is also the neighbor call friends rural areas there. Then again, every district might have a befitting hospital. Yeah. Fortunately, one agenda 111 was to close that gap. It was meant say every district or Ghana have a standard hospital with accommodation. So work on that, finish that one, and let's post any doctor to any district on qua.
Said no, one is a big facility.
Secondly,
so a lot of doctors
and what's to me find the brilliant but needy student and then work on it and make sure say those people are bonded. So what I say, full scholarship, fully funded. Then you put them there. But so one yen is not fee paying. Wako school you fee paying. You parent naji loan.
Na mama juma. So what I say,
almost sorry how much you better bantu maju. Kora interview bantu mama ketona here omo the padoro omo mawo medical school. It will shock you. Yeah, na ma for say asante form pay school. Kwa asante form man omo to ne kobu so omo say omo madro say na we university. It will shock you on social media. So what I say. They will tell you, comic be by na obi interview, sebi akrabi, say, busan say sorry, or say me kwasari, other was me sebi, you know about tribe be. So what I say, but I heard a and so ya santini, was I don't want to say it. Different tribe. And so ya santini, was me kwasari, was me kwasari, no, I didn't know kwasari. So what I say, and two quiet commenters here, most will be say, I say, me school, I didn't tell me. Okay. So what I say. They have that first perception. For Katin say, Ashanti region are the best schools you can never count from any region. Only greater Accra, if you want my the best schools they are in Ashanti region. So I said, do bantu my jobs say okay interview man on motor now. Almost around much 4 a.m. sometimes 3 a.m. Yeah. They sometimes a bit more than 4 our universities, including a friend say medical school. What it's in the more remarkable Bussian side, I heard about medical school. Nimyam ketobo mugufie no wona obehwe omo yeah na wo se yemfa no kwotena ekrase lokum wo hemfa
lokum be
no other incentives there then what take care of them you understand
I do
I mean
I do
how do you expect say uncle because you holiday me
all right let's move on we have been joined by my good brother Shidi Richard yes, he has come into the studio. He's a sociologist by training. So he will definitely understand some of these things even better than myself and CJ. Now I'm on the slides that we were able to glean from the President's State of the Nation address today in Parliament. And we are talking about some of the things that he said. And this one you can come in. Government to begin work on new regional airports in Sunyani, Bogatanga, and Wa. So we have about 4 existing airports now: Kumasi, Accra, Ho, and I think Sunyani, but and the Tamale. Takrade na Abaso. And a helipad though. Airbase and Gaza. US for airbase and Ghana. All right. Okay. So and Takrade. So now we are going to have 3 more. These are commercial airports, not military airports per se. In Sunyani, Bogatanga, and Wa. Now, what are your spending habits in this country? In the way you see a year near ma, or my drew, maybe I say almost every place must have an airport. Patronage is saying
Because
value for money.
And yet, I'll say no. Politics na nkasa it do omanya too much. On say you play with emotions of Ghanaians. Because in him say, okay, we ubenya votes. Because of votes,
I didn't say yo,
and you have to do it. Right now, okay, o say skinny ho. Inti interchange 40 year or you know swame no. What is about 2 years? After we say 3, we don't know. So what I say. Some of us we agreed because they say traffic be there. 1 year crown obey in the sense that osi skinny ho.
Yeah.
And they are okay so now. Osi the economy is resilient. In the
Ghana
right
is back.
And the new project I airports at places are the patronage mean who the essence of
who's going to board a plane from Kumasi to Sunyani? Within 40 minutes.
Indeed, we have expressway just from Buakwa, Ekopim Sunyani, double lane. It will take you 30 minutes. You get to Sunyani. The maximum time it will take you to get to Sunyani is 30 minutes. So what I say. So make the expressway. As of now, the last time I went there, it took me less than 1 hour 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That one I even stop along the way, do 1 or 2 things. So what I say.
Yeah.
Before the maximum time I took was 1 hour 10 minutes.
Who are going to patronize airport in Bogatanga?
I don't know. Between Bogatanga, why? You know, it's unnecessary.
Richard. Airport in Sunyani, Bogatanga, and Wa. Viewers from Wa, Bogatanga, and Sunyani, with all due respect, this is not an attack on you or anything. It's not like at the pair Bamuhone, Kumasi. We are about 3 million population in Kumasi. Omo airport or 500,000.
Yeah.
And Omo patronize away day crown. And now in the course of the month of crowns, almost crowns 500,000. So I don't know. That's the kind of perspective we are doing. Please, so bear with us. What do you think? Airport in Sunyani, Bogatanga, and Wa.
Kwasi Mensah I have for. Economics, you know. Which economics are here after they teaching you the definition of economics, they will come and teach you scale of preference. Now you share priorities. What you need to prioritize on your scale of preference. Your scale of preference is your order of need.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be your order of wants.
Resources
as a country, let's ask ourselves, say, already 2 of those regional capitals, airports that.
Sunyani has one.
Sunyani has. On the Sunyani Regional Hospital, and the reason President Edman said, because of the land size, it has become difficult for us to expand the runway. They are relocating it from that area to a different place, similar to that airport. But Tanga never new one. But back to what I was saying is, say, President, it's not any scale of preference now. Is airports needed in these regions at agency?
Of course, for him, the answer is yes.
So, there's economic viability, but when you compare it to that of Ashanti regional, even international airports, to that airport, do they really need an airport?
I don't know.
Once there's an airport in Tamale, all you need to do, just as someone who is a person with express road, even though your airport, you can do similar. Because proximity, from Tamale to Bogan, minimum hours and because men call that. I think it will not be more than 2 hours. So we are express road. It's me ma Jenny near sure because I'm a flight to see Tamalia. The next a year because Tamale na the central business of those northern areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying say burger any baby. But heard the number of people are echo Tamale echo diga or compare. I don't think say burger needs an airport now. Maybe in the future we can think about that. Say say the Crony be more developed now advancement then we can talk about giving them airports. There can be Cape Coast for no. Later on you realize they say Cape Coast kwani see any year from Accra to Cape Coast, you know. Then you know,
Cape Coast 100
Cape Coast, the reason was tourism. They made reference to tourism. By a tourism sector centers in the ground, the same ground is developing. Sometimes as a nation we need to sit down and analyze our issues very well. And sana you also here sana you see and here say no bear syndrome. The president addresses so Obaba expanded some of the health facilities, you know. Now Oma to Tom Pania because on persons see and these are the things that the nation needs to address urgently. And airports, and can't say airport but the international how far?
All right. Thank you. Now let's go to what he said about Iyoko. According to His Excellency the President, Iyoko has recovered more than 600 million Ghana cedis, investigated 462 cases with 15 ongoing prosecutions, dismantled transactional carjacking syndicates, and recovered 29 luxury vehicles that were stolen as of December 2025. 29 luxury vehicles. I'm sure Shatawale and according to Abronya, some confirm 9 every Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams Sufi and some others this guy, the Yuko guy, is it?
Raymond.
Yeah.
Ramonacha.
And the squad no EDG. 29 luxury cars and for a we are the bag and a beto Yuko for to me aje. Omo 15 cases and that's so court. And the investigation of my 462 cases. In just about a year. Sikaso Motimaji Jama Mano 600 million. Can you believe it?
Kwasi?
Yes.
I think the best thing that the president can do to this issue, for the nation to have to have trust in him when it comes to this prosecution and also investigating once we heard for the past 3 weeks now hit a bomb concerning Ora. It's or addressing when people thought say it was in line with Ora, but people just wanted to be specific. Say these recoveries, are they from the Ora, and I say it's from a different.
He said Yoko.
Yoko,
Yoko
I recover now. Say Ora, no, so no. Yoko too can investigate some of the Ora.
Oh,
cases.
No. I think say international transactions, which is about reporting issues. I don't think so. It's even about political appointees.
600 million. No?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know.
It's a good guess anyway.
Because if they will do us a favor and publish, where
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, sure. At least never clear some doubts.
Name and shame in Christ very important.
Very important.
And it's a form of fighting corruption.
Also, I recover 29 luxurious cars.
Yes.
We want to know
who brought those cars.
Exactly. Those cars with. Send every Ghanaians will be fair in their mind. So this kind of so I recover and want to know. Send every you can track and see where the people that involved now so music and were they involved or were they part of the Ora because heat now our president so about Ora it looks like some people are losing faith in that statement during the campaign season say when
them is not there you cannot force them to be there. So what I say, when them is not there you cannot force them to be there.
Because most Ghanaians
the fact that why they did on Ora doesn't mean automatically you can force somebody so
and the chronos or can also
yes we talked about it. I could see you can once and I make cry them refuse and say na come busa could say say human rights near you know can just yesterday yana not test our loss nana it was there so he knew all this. Okay, Chidi to us.
You see prosecution in you. I was telling somebody say it is difficult to prosecute somebody here in this country because you need to prove your case beyond reasonable doubt.
It's not just here in this country. Everywhere that there's a rule of law.
Even also on what I say, gathering evidence in Ghana, ain't an easy job. Though justice may take a slow pace, as someone can, but in as much you are grinding it, you grind it for the better. But some certain cases you are grinding it.
Do you see some grinding going on?
They are doing their best.
Okay. Against what they said, because we didn't expect them to. We didn't charge them to go and do anything.
Yes. So
they no one and
I think now Ghanaian politicians, some of them, I'm not saying all, some of them are being enlightened about some of the statements. I believe say MPP, they will not make promises because over the years, they themselves have been locked up.
Yeah.
MPP by you bet you cobra say who said to maybe cry go prison.
Opuni was in court for 7 years.
7 years.
So what I say? Needless.
And Ghanaians are now fed up with such statements. Yeah. So even if background I bet you be crying, let have it manisha with you. Oba now if you want to take prosecution and as you want to prosecute people, say you feel say they've looted and I say they've engaged in corrupt atta. Then you take that action. It becomes a social contract between you and the people.
Yeah.
And over write-ups of some of the neutrals now. I mean, I don't see them as neutral. I see them as either pro NPP or pro NDC.
NDC and next for now.
NDC and next for now. What they are saying is, if the NDC is not able to tackle this oral issue, they should forget about power in 2028.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm saying started, but you can't. Preliminary, about the ambience of the friends of Sunan.
Oh, it was.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
We share the Fuguna, President Mahama. What I say.
Yeah.
Now, dear Bakwa, Ghana for say Tias and say. Sometimes, your man may be the tribalism. And my Edino may be anymore at the Equachi.
Okay.
I'm telling you, say, if say Senka into Mana President Mahama Kufraya,
yeah,
can we think Obenya Nation was support? But you see, there are certain. You understand that? Yeah. And what's a senior Ubia Soma Fugunumu? Sana said here once say, tribe Bia or Nadia, a unique winning. It is a baby or trap. So what I say, there's a bit here. It shouldn't be say you were here and I say, oh, you overshadow it and I say, you feel say the panel is trying to be or impose. I'm saying this in brief of what the tourism minister
Ablag of Jefago
was trying to
say.
You understand that? There are certain things.
There's
nothing you can do about it.
Maybe what do I do about? Let me look into my camera. Ablag Jefago Mashi. I've not heard herself saying that I will not let Tree become the local language.
I don't think she said that verbatim. But it implies. Yeah. Say who can't say more. Say you say a tebe for and a bube for. So what I say. We can't say more. Sometimes you get the Nipan person will imply.
It's an implication. No? I just want to know how important that woman is to everybody.
The Fugu alone, I'm saying, you should tell that woman, say, Ghana have tribal beer what is unique about them.
Yeah.
This time, so a crack Fugu. This is to make crabby. So what I say. That is how it should be.
Yeah.
Every tribe